Good morning to all. Today our topic is about unified software development process. It's also called unified process. The phases of unified process are inception, elaboration, construction and transition. So this is the figure showing the states of a software system in the unified process. So the states of a software system is called phases. Okay, the unified process distinguishes four phases: inception, elaboration, construction and transition. So we will study each one in detail. During inception phase, the scope of the system is established. So what should be included and not included? So this phase also identifies the use cases. The software architecture is identified. The first estimation and schedule for entire project are established during inception phase. So the estimation and schedule for entire project are established during the first phase, that is the inception phase. The questions to be answered after inception phases are: is the proposed software product is cost effective? Can the proposed software be delivered in time? What risks are involved in developing the software product? How can the risk be mitigated? So there are next step to identify risk are three major risk categories are: technical risk, not getting the requirements right, not getting the architecture right, and deliverables of inception phase are initial version of requirement artifacts, preliminary version of architecture, initial list of risks, initial use cases, plan for elaboration phase. Then the next phase is elaboration phase, and it is aimed to refine the initial requirements, architecture, monitor the risk, produce software project management plan. And the deliverables in this are completed requirement artifact, updated version of architecture, updated list of risk, software project plan. So the next phase is construction phase. The aim is to produce first operational quality version of software. The components are coded and tested. Deliverables, user manual, completed architecture, updated risk list. And the last phase is transition phase. In this, to ensure that the client's requirements have been met. In this, feedback is obtained from clients. Faults in software are corrected, manuals are completed, unidentified risks are discovered, deliverables all are checked, then all artifacts, completed manuals are there. These all are done in the last phase, in the transition phase. And in this, for the duration of each iteration, several activities are performed in parallel. Okay, in this we see different phases. Okay, in this each phase consists of a number of iteration, and several activities are performed in parallel in each iteration. To emphasize the parallelism and the fact they are active across the complete iteration, these activities are called workflows in the unified process. So what do you mean by workflows? As we know that unified process contains different phases, and each phase contains number of iterations, and for the duration of each iteration, several activities are performed in parallel. And there are 5 workflows in the unified software process. They are requirement workflow, analysis workflow, design workflow, implementation workflow and test workflow. So first we will look what do you mean by the requirement workflow. Its aim is to determine the client needs. The first task is to acquire basic understanding of application domain, the specific environment in which target software product is to operate. At any stage of process, if the client stops believing that software will be cost effective, development will terminate. And the next is analysis workflow. It analyzes and refines the requirements to achieve detailed understanding of requirements. More details are added during analysis workflow. Software project management plan must be drawn must be drawn in this stage. And the components of plan are deliverables, milestone, budget. So the next is the plan also include the life cycle model to be used, project responsibilities, organizational structure, tools to be used, detailed schedule, resource allocation. And the next is a design workflow. It design shows how the product is to do it. Design team determines the internal structure of the product. Designer decomposes the product into modules. The interface of each module must be specified in detail. Once the team has completed the decomposition into modules, detailed design is performed. For each module, algorithms are selected and data structures are chosen. The next is implementation workflow. In this implement target software product, the programmer is given detailed design of module. Detailed design provides information for programmer to implement code. The next is test workflow. The testing is carried out in parallel with other workflows. There are two aspects to testing. Each developer is responsible for ensuring that his work is correct. Once software professional is convinced that an artifact is correct, it is handed over to software quality assurance group for independent testing. The next type of process is agile process. So number of new paradigms are referred to as agile process. There are close collaboration with customers in agile process, satisfies the customers. There is face-to-face conversation in agile process, and the participants should work together. So this video is all about unified process and the agile process. I will come with the next video. Till then, bye.